Listen, I'm an anti-communist by trade, raised to understand the difference between socialists and free market people. That's why I fight for America every single day and fight back against these ruthless socialist pigs. Here's three big things you need to know right now. Good to see you, by the way. Number one, gun sales not impacted by inflation, with yet another month which makes 38 in a row with more than 1 million guns sold in this country. Number two, the attack on free speech, political speech, continued Thursday in Tennessee's homes of pro-life activists raided by the new brown shirts of the FBI. It is outrageous and getting worse. Number three, the joys of living in a commune. Now, for me right now, that's basically how it feels. A herd of kids, dogs, cats, and, of course, the chicken ranching operation that had a bit of a tragedy this week. We'll get to all that. A hawk came in like a wrecking ball. What do the Hawks do? Well, the Hawk ripped the place up like Joe Biden's ripped through our economy. I'll get to that a bit later, because I want to take time to discuss a whole pile of things we might not normally get to, because it's Free-for-All Friday, and that means wandering through the aisles and cleaning up all the stuff left behind this week, and man, there was a lot there, wasn't there? I'll get back to the commune in a bit, because confessions from the commune will be fast and furious and frankly different. Now, keep in mind this free market commune. We're all pulling our weight and keeping things moving. That's the way it works. But let's start with Hunter Biden, shall we? Talk about a mess to clean up. In a late-breaking story yesterday, the Washington Post went public with what I consider a pretty big story, that the FBI and the IRS both have sufficient evidence to support felony charges against the president's youngest son. And it doesn't have anything to do with the infamous laptop from hell either. The Washington Post and other formerly reputable news outlets buried that from the headlines 2 years ago before the 2020 election, just to help protect Joe Biden and make sure he was elected. They couldn't hear about Hunter Biden's laptop, of course. The case of Hunter Biden is now in the hands of the U.S. Attorney in Delaware, who will decide whether or not to pursue gun charges over Hunter lying on his application to buy a handgun after he didn't admit to using illegal drugs or addiction problems. The other crimes are related to tax issues that stem from his shady business dealings in Ukraine, China, Russia, and basically everywhere, and appear to focus on fraudulent tax returns and other financial issues. And it's just the latest embarrassing headlines involving the president's son. But what's missing here is Hunter failing to register properly as a foreign agent that would tie him directly to the president. We'll come back to that in a moment, too. Hunter has a long history of poor decisions, you think, involving drugs, prostitutes, even a tawdry affair with his own sister-in-law after the death of his brother Beau from cancer. I mean, what is wrong with these people? The laptop that was first reported by the New York Post in October 2020 as a collection of emails and correspondence with numerous people connected to the Biden business dealings, including what appear to be direct connections to President Joe Biden himself. And that's why this FARA question is very important. Did he register as a foreign agent? Where's Tony Bobulinski and all this? Why has the FBI not followed up with him? But it's worse than that, as you know, because the laptop is also littered with pictures of Hunter and numerous naked women in a variety of compromising positions and conversations involving the use of illegal drugs and who's paying for them. It's also clearly visible on camera on several different pieces. In a word, Hunter Biden is a mess. And now that mess is poised to splash onto the president once again. And one can't help but think that, to think back about the outlandish and embarrassing behavior of a similar presidency that ultimately failed, that of Jimmy Carter and his infamous brother Billy. Remember Billy Beer? What an embarrassment he was to the White House over and over again. Big question left today, however, is why have charges not been filed against Hunter? The Washington Post reports these crimes have been established for months now. It's a matter of prosecutors making a call on whether or not to move forward. I guess we'll have to wait and find out if there is still a Department of Justice under the perverted leadership of Merrick Garland or not. We know the FBI is of no use to anyone. The FBI is of no use to anyone. Either way, MSNBC quickly went into damage control to protect the Bidens and make sure the damage is mitigated to the best of their ability. Listen to this.
These crimes that we're talking about, what are the details, these alleged crimes, regarding taxes and regarding a gun purchase?
Well, right. On the tax question, we don't know a lot of the specifics, but we know it's on the sort of general problem of allegedly failing to report significant amounts of income. And on the gun issue, it's a little more complicated in that when a person buys a gun, they fill out from a licensed dealer, they fill out some paperwork, and they have to say a number of things, and they have to be truthful in those statements. And the allegation or concern is that in 2018, when Hunter Biden bought a gun, he said he did not have a substance problem and was not addicted to drugs, when in fact, in his own autobiography, he writes that he was using drugs quite significantly in that time period, and he has since said he's gotten clean and beaten that addiction.
In fact, when you fill out the form, for the ATF, for the next background check, when you fill out that form, it says quite clearly, if you lie on this form, it is a felony. You will be prosecuted. It's not like it's, a little more it's not complicated at all. If you lie on the form, and it's clear that you lied on the form, and it's clear that Hunter Biden lied on this form, and if we're really concerned about gun crimes in America, then by God, let's do something about it. So the Hunter Biden mess, but really, I don't believe they're going to do what they should do, which is the failure to register as a foreign agent, establish what Tony Bobulinski has been saying for 2 years now to be true, which clearly it is based on the emails and the information that keeps coming out of the laptop from hell. We're going to cover all of that and stay on top of it for you. In the meantime, though, let's keep cleaning up more aisles on this free-for-all Friday, shall we? If you haven't seen it, gas prices on the rise again today. Let's see, $3.89 today. It was $3.79 a week ago. A month ago, it was $3.76. So gas is on the rise dramatically after OPEC gives the big FU to Joe Biden and his socialist cronies. And as gas prices rise, so do tempers. Consumers have had enough. How about you? Listen.
This is absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy.
Many Americans now weary of sticker shock after U.S. gas prices reached historic levels this summer, averaging more than $5 a gallon for the first time ever in June.
It will affect, in the end, all of us by somewhere in the ballpark of 10 to 30 cents a gallon.
Oh, it's a lot more than that. Your ballpark's a lot wrong. A lot farther off than mine, brother. Let's see. Michigan's got up 50 cents in the last 10 days. Some places more. Places like Nevada and Arizona, key swing states and key states for the United States Senate control, gas prices are wildly out of control. How do you think that helps the midterm elections? My answer is it does not. Now, when we come back, I'm going to get in deep into some COVID cleanup. A lot going on with COVID, and Anthony Fauci still pushing the boosters. I'm sorry, Anthony. Did you not get the memo? Nobody cares about your COVID scare anymore. Your little play, your little put on, your little make-believe deal about COVID, we don't buy it anymore. We'll be right back on the Steve Gruber Show. Good to see you.